bam. And I'm not gonna lie, I was painful as fuck. I was screaming. I was in this hospital room and I was screaming. Remember when I did ayahuasca or DMT?
Yes.
Remember when I did DMT and I was like screaming at the top of my
Yeah.
lungs? I was screaming just like that. It hurt so much. I could, dude. It was excruciating, but it worked, man. My shoulder came back, and it's like a few months later. I forget the exact timeline, but a few months later, it's 100% now. So then I hurt my other shoulder, tore my labrum. I didn't know I tore the labrum for a while. I just knew something was off. Like, oh shit, I couldn't pick anything up. Like at the end of every day in class, like after we mop everything up, we put these dirty, wet mop heads into a plastic bag, and then I test it that way. I go like this, like, oh fuck, it hurts, fuck. And then my good shoulder, I could do it all day. But that's how I know. Every night I test it, bam, ooh, something's wrong, and I didn't do shit. I hadn't been rolling the last 4 or 5 years, man. My rolling has been so sporadic. I had back surgery in 2016. That was massive, and then shoulder surgery, knee surgery, and then now my good shoulder's fucked up. And I'm just giving it time, giving it months and months. Started getting into yoga, doing yoga every morning. I go, maybe yoga's gonna fix it. And it didn't fix it. And then Ed Clay said, come on down. We got it down now. They got it wired. Because when they did this shoulder, they had just started it. And it fixed it. They go, come on down before you get surgery. Come on down. So I went on down. So now they got the system down. You go down, they get you a hotel. It's all included in the package. You have a hotel in San Diego in the marina. It's beautiful. They pick you up. You stay there at the hotel. They pick you up.
So you stay in San Diego?
You stay in San Diego.
So you don't
initially.
stay in Tijuana?
No, initially.
Oh.
You land in San Diego. They pick you up on a Monday morning. You come in Sunday night, spend the night. You wake up Monday morning. They drive you across the border. Then you stay. There's a nice ass street in Tijuana that looks like, it doesn't look like the Tijuana. I hear like the cartel just fixed it all up and everything, but it looks
Really?
nice. There's a street and there's a Marriott there. It looks like you could be anywhere in the United States. It doesn't look like the TJ you're thinking. The TJ you're thinking does exist, but there's certain spots there. It's really nice.
Watching a lot of this
Yeah.
cartel violence that's going on in Tijuana now.
Yeah, none of that's going on by the beach where they're at. So
How big is Tijuana?
I don't know. I don't know the dimensions.
I mean, is it like big like Burbank? Like, is it big like
I would
Crenshaw?
say,
How big is it?
I don't know. I have no idea, but it ain't small. They got some good areas too. And then you get there Monday, you go get your MRIs right away, whatever injuries you have, you go get your MRIs. The first time I went, I didn't get an MRI. They just shot me up. They were just trying it out. Now they got it down, dude. They got it down to a science. Now they do so much that I wish Ed Clay could explain it. But then 2 months roll by, and this was I got it done in March 20 something, and after a month I get my range of motion back. After 2 months, it's feeling a little better, and every day I test it. I grab the bag of dirty mop heads, and I do that. Boom. Ooh, I still feel it. Damn, don't feel it here. This one's 100%. So that's how I gauged it with dirty mop heads. And every day. And then 3 months go by, and I'm like, oh, yeah, doing yoga. And in certain different yoga positions, I tested in this one, I always feel it. Ooh, it feels a little better there in this position. And in certain positions, you could feel it. You feel the little boom, and even downward dog, you feel it a little bit. And then if the pain started going away, and I go, okay, let me fucking try to do a little jiu-jitsu. So then I started rolling with, little people, and girls, just little people. And then I felt like I took 10 steps backward.
Oh, shit. Again?
So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I didn't do shit for like 2.5 months, 3 months. And then it healed. It healed a certain way. It was like at 95%. That's why
and
I felt.
And then you retore it.
So I felt like it healed a certain way. And my body said, dude, I didn't know you wanted it to heal a jiu-jitsu way. I thought you wanted to heal it in a way where you're not doing shit, because I wasn't doing anything. So I figured, okay, maybe it's just temporary. Take 10 steps backwards, let my body reconfigure, and then heal the jiu-jitsu way. And that's what I thought. So I've been waiting. And then I didn't go back to jiu-jitsu, and it's starting to get better, starting to hit that 90%. I could still feel it a little bit. And I'm like, I'm not going to go back to jiu-jitsu and fuck it. I was like worried to start rolling again. And then this is what happened. And I don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but I decided, you know what? I got to start lifting weights, man. I got to get my shit together, man. I at least lift some weights. So I started doing light bicep curls, lightweight, high reps, just bicep curls. And I did like 8 sets. Just burnt, because I hadn't lifted weights in a while. And did a little back stuff too, but not too crazy. But for a week, you know when you haven't lifted weights for a while, and then that first set, that whole week, you're wrecked in that body part? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
My biceps, I couldn't even straighten out my arms. Like, oh my God, my biceps fucking so sore from all those sets of lightweight, high reps. Then after a week, it heals, and you could lift weights again. And when it healed, my shoulder healed. So I'm thinking maybe since I brought all this healing power to my biceps because they were all tore up, and my body said, let's go heal those biceps. Labrum's right there. And I'm thinking maybe they're like, hey, let's fix this labrum while we're here or something. I don't know.
Well, it was probably on the way to being fixed. But
Yeah.
You probably just aggravated all the tissue
Yeah.
around it because you hadn't used it in so long. And it was probably very stiff.
It's 100%
Yeah.
now.
That's
the
nice.
shoulder's 100%. So it's been like that for about 2 weeks, and I've been lifting heavy.
Full-length rotator cuff tear in my right shoulder. It's completely gone from stem cells. The doctor was freaked out. Dr. Roddy McGee in Vegas, he shot it up. And afterwards, we did an MRI 6 months later. He said, you have to understand how extraordinary this is. He goes, that kind of an injury almost always requires surgery. And he goes, now you don't even have an injury anymore. He goes, it doesn't even exist. Like when you look at it on the under an MRI, it doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't bother me at all anymore. Stem cells are fucking incredible.
I got my back shot up too, but that's a whole different animal.
What was that like? Because that's like when they can actually make your discs fat again,
Yes.
right? Are they
Yes.
going into your discs?
Yes. I don't know if they're going into it or around it. I'm not sure, but they shot up my back. I was laying
When did
face
that
down,
happen?
and same day. They shot up my shoulder and they shot
How's
up my
that
back.
feeling?
It's hard to say because like I said, it's a whole different animal. I got steel and titanium and shit and screws and bolts and shit in my back. So I don't know.
They only do that part of your back with the stem cells? Or
My
do they do
lower
the-
back, L5S1. And I had an MRI on my back too, and there was some bulging disc type stuff, disc degeneration.
Everybody in jiu-jitsu has that.
I forget what it's called, but there's like facets or something like that hold your vertebrae together. They were all worn out too, so they shot those to see if they could regenerate the facets. My back was a wreck, so that's totally different than your shoulder and your labrum. So I don't know. It was feeling good. It was feeling good, but 2 days ago, I was weightlifting really, really hard. Like, I just feel so good that my shoulders are back. I started hitting bench, and I was hitting bench and putting a little bit of weight on it. It wasn't that light. And I guess I was arching my back a certain way, like wrong. You know when you arch, maybe I arched it a little too much, but man, I pulled a muscle in my lower back, and it's right now my lower back is frozen.
Hey, woman, since your man ain't got no heart, why don't you come to my apartment tonight and I'll show you a real man?
There you go.
What? Fuck you.